afternoon, Kevin.
Hey, Earl. Great to see you as always.
Absolutely, my friend. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you.
Yes, indeed, man. Another great week.
Yep, it is late spring, early summer, so the hot time of year for real estate.
Absolutely. I know we're both kind of staying busy as we want to be right now, and I actually look for things to continue, in my personal, my own personal thing here without jumping on my soapbox. I actually expect for this busy season to kind of roll right into the fall and into the winter.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to see as much of a spike right now. Usually we get a spike up. I think we're kind of in a hill that's going to stay. And you're going to see as we go through the year, as people become more and more used to mortgage rates being normalized, and maybe if we're lucky, even seeing some minor improvements, that it's going to be more consistent.
Yes, absolutely. And that's one thing, like I said, we were talking briefly about before. It definitely looks like rates will be slightly higher than people are used to for a little bit longer, but they're still normal. They aren't horrible rates,
Right.
It could be 15, 16%, 1980s, 70 style.
I was watching a real estate investor this morning, and he was saying the biggest returns he has on properties, the most profitable ones, are the ones he has the highest interest rates on.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, it just boils down to when people need, when they need what they need, which is housing,
Yeah. And there's something coming up in the fall, a big day that's in the news a lot now. And a lot of people ask a lot of questions. What impact is the elections going to have on the housing market?
Absolutely. Yeah. And one of the things that we were talking about as well was that after 9 of the 11 presidential election, existing home prices or home sales actually increased, which always showed a positive feed for the market. A lot of people think now, hey, home prices are going down. No, home prices are not going down. Every economist, every person in the industry is showing an increase in home values and upcoming home sales. We're actually having more inventory now than we had last year in the heat of the market, in the middle of our summertime market. We got the exact same amount of inventory right now. So everything is building up the steam the same way that it would in a hotter time of the year. So presidential election or not on the way, everything looks right where it needs to be.
Yeah. And, people often think they're going to manipulate the market going into a presidential election to make it better for who's in office. But yeah, we're talking about these statistics after the election. It's after the election where we see some increases in sales and prices, and honestly, some decreases in mortgage rates. That statistic is more maybe even leading up to the presidential election. So that one's kind of a little bit more forward. So mortgage rates have decreased leading up to 8 of the last 11 presidential elections. Now, is that the market or is it manipulation? Who knows? But, it could be coincidence. And you and I were just talking about the Fed. There's chatter that we are going to see a decrease, maybe even 2 this year. And there's a lot of debate. Is it going to be before the election or after? Are they going to try to ramp things up before the election? Or are they going to wait till after so they don't seem political?
Right. Yeah, and like I said, either way, it kind of seems funny. 3 or 4 months away from election, so if it happened after, that would be perfectly fine. If it happened before, I think they may have to answer a couple more questions like, okay, did you guys plan this or what? Was this all a part of the grander scheme of things?
Yep. And no matter who you're supporting, no matter which party, it's just gotten ugly. It seems like anybody will say and do anything to get elected. It's crazy.
It is. It really is.
Both sides are going against each other, even criminally. It's mind blowing that it can come to this in our country. This is stuff you would see in like a third world country somewhere.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't even know where you would see this type of shenanigans or a circus acts. But it's definitely not something that we need. We definitely not something that we need. Just another distraction, to be honest.
At any point, it's a good time to own real estate. And poll after poll show people still believe it's the number one investment in your financial future.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's one thing I like to make clear too as well. A lot of times people think that, maybe us as real estate agents or us as mortgage lenders, that we just always want people to buy or always just want people to sell, even when it doesn't make sense. It has to make sense for you. And real estate is the best investment, regardless of what market. It's always increased, except for during the great financial crisis, which everything, came down. The interest rates were super low, because we were trying to stimulate the economy. So people that may be sitting on the sidelines waiting, I'm waiting for those interest rates to go back to 3%. The only way that happens is if we have another COVID or another market crash, some catastrophic that nobody really wants to see. I don't want to see 100,000 people lose their jobs for us to get a 3% interest rate. That just doesn't make sense, So, I know prices and things could be better, and they will, but there's still gains that are being made on those investments. So I still have people that are buying houses. I still have people that are selling homes, all from all different price points, from the lower price points to the higher price points. It's based on need and necessity, which that's where we come in, because we're the experts, mortgage and real estate, in regards to help guide you through these unique times and unique situations to help you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if they want to learn more about real estate and see what opportunities are out there, how do they get in touch with you, Earl?
They can reach me at 757-871-4167. And how about you, Kevin? How do they get in contact with you?
You can find me at loanswithkevin.com. Or 757-645-0196 is my office number.
Good deal, my friend. Good deal. You got any plans for the upcoming week? You guys off on Wednesday? Juneteenth is, I know it's in the middle of the week.
We are not off on Wednesday. Just another work day for us. So my plans for this week are helping people buy some houses and help with purchases and finances. I'll be working hard all week.
Gotcha. Sounds good, buddy. Well, hey, man, always a pleasure. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Till next time.
Have a good one, buddy.